It's gonna be a very good show indeed. The fridge is filled with very cold beer, we'll keep you up to speed. Everybody's feeling good, we have so much to say. The microphones are all set up, it's time to roll the tape. Our producer Brian's got the goods, sound and film alike. Our sidekick Dave is looking sharp, what's there not to like? Here comes Johnny, it's Tiki time, so crack yourself a beer. He's got some stories up his sleeve you all might want to hear. Recorded live on Saturdays, it's time for Tiki Talk. So ring that bell and pour the shots out. Let's go Rangers, time to rock out. Let's discuss your weekend blackout. Special guest is a high school dropout. Wanna host but John won't let me. We roll until the fridge is empty. From Rockaway Beach in New York City, it's time for Tiki Talk.
Alright, it is time for the 7th episode of Tiki Talk. And, you know, your host and sidekick are here, but they're not paying attention.
Oh,
Tiki Talk time.
Tiki Talk. Hey, Dave. Tiki Talk time.
Oh, shit.
I was reading this freaking Rockaway Times, man. It's excellent.
Oh, it's...
Did you see the story about Anthony Melchiori?
You see, the average American owns 7 pairs of blue jeans. Not me, though.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Anthony's going to be a guest on the show in the coming months.
Looking forward to it.
You know, but we got a really special guest today. Welcome, everybody. I just want to introduce our special guest, the editor of the Rockaway Times, founder, Kevin Boyle. Right? That's the response we get for our guest.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Thanks for coming. The elevator's working okay?
Yeah, it's great. On the way up, I heard I was the 7th guest.
The 7th guest, that's right.
What took you so long?
Lucky number 7?
You!
You
weren't drinking.
I wasn't drinking in January. I couldn't come early.
We haven't had a guest that doesn't drink, so.
Yeah. Doesn't work. Doesn't work.
Oh, the camera's on that angle. Well, Kev, welcome to the show. It's great to have you.
It's an honor and a privilege.
Yeah, it's an honor. I think
I've been in the Tiki Bar one other time. It was the Things Have Changed party.
Things have changed. That's right. That was a great party. What was the subtitle of that one? It was the THC Jamboree. Things have changed.
It's right behind you.
But don't forget on the bottom.
A concert to lower awareness.
It was a concert to lower awareness. And it did.
Succeeded, yeah.
It
definitely succeeded.
No one left this place aware of anything. Well, I thank you for coming. Those are pretty crazy parties.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be counted as a tradition from now on, I hope.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. I don't know if you're aware of the one the year before. It was the first one after Hurricane Sandy. Look around, see if there's anything. Oh, here it is.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
That's one of them.
It was the Etc. Festival. Embrace the chaos. See, they're on
wish I was there.
Yep, that's all right.
All right.
There's many more to come, buddy. So, Kev, me and you, I think that I've known you probably
parallel
since the 70s.
Kind of,
yeah. But we really were never friends, never really hung out together. But
2 years or
like 1 degree of separation or something.
Exactly. It was a couple of years has made a big difference back in Brooklyn back then.
Yeah. You grew up
older
in Brooklyn,
brothers and all that stuff. And,
you grew up in my wife Rita's parish.
That's right, St. Thomas Aquinas.
She said you were on the other side of the track, so they consider
True.
you the track.
I kind of agree with her. You know, I was
yeah.
like Good Shepherd. I walked a mile to school though, so at least I got a true mile.
What street were you on? 30-something?
36th.
Okay.
So
wow.
Legit mile.
That isn't far to walk, yeah.
And sometimes I went home for lunch, so I walked to school. Plus, some kids are rich and they had bus passes, you know, but not us. You know, we just we had a hike.
You have a big family, right?
5 and 1, 5 boys, 1 girl.
Okay, big brothers, yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you fall to fit into that?
Neglected middle.
Okay.
Neglected middle.
Hey, you know what I like? The neglected last. That's what I was. By the time they have the 5th cot.
That is no. I know my brother.
The parents don't care anymore. It's like
my younger brother is spoiled.
Where's Johnny? Who's Johnny?
Johnny who?
Johnny who? Oh yeah, that last one. Huge mistake.
And you were St. Edmunds too, right? We never even heard of St. Edmunds.
That's something I wanted.
We heard of the high school, but we didn't know there was a parish there.
Yeah. Good Shepherd heard of us.
Good Shepherd heard of St. Thomas.
Yeah. That's a funny thing because I was actually going to bring it up. You know, it's a dying art, but when we grew up, and to this day, of course, if you meet somebody, oh, you're from Brooklyn, where you from? Oh, I'm from Good Shepherd, I'm from St. Thomas.
You know, the full version of that is if you're Jewish, it's what high school you went to, If you're Catholic, it's what parish you're from.
I was talking to a Jewish friend recently, and he said that he knew what parish he lived in because people
Oh,
always ask him, where did you grow up? Oh, I grew up in St. Finbar's. I said you were Jewish, I know. Yeah.
But otherwise, I went to Lincoln, went to Sheepshead, whatever. But,
Where'd you go? Oh, you went to Nazareth, yeah. Your brothers too?
Yes.
Me and my brothers too.
I think Mark didn't make it out.
Oh, yeah?
And my last brother...
the youngest, eh?
The youngest went to Bavaria. No, Mark is your year, I think. But I think he's a Madison grad as a result of Mr. Dewey.
Yeah. Madison. I wanted to go to Madison because I wanted to play football, and Nazareth didn't have a team.
Right.
But my father said, you're going to the same school as your brothers.
And that's that.
$700 tuition? Maybe less.
Yeah, probably yeah. It was. Then I went to Kingsborough, which was $700.
I saw didn't know it was called K by the Bay until I was watching the Tiki talk. I think Bobby Butler dropped that one.
What's that?
K by the Bay.
K by the Bay. I went there for 2 years.
Oh, that high school?
No, Kingsborough.
No, the college.
Oh, the college.
Kingsborough.
Oh,
K by the Bay.
Yeah.
You didn't go there, right?
No, I hesitated because I actually taught a class there. I taught a class.
So you were there, you just didn't go there. You didn't attend.
My brothers did. My both brothers did after basically failing out of high school.
Yeah.
When they got on the straight and
Kingsborough
narrow.
was an extension of high school, really.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
They put them on the straight and narrow, though.
So what college did you attend?
About 5 of them.
Okay.
We don't have enough time on TV
Okay.
Who cares anyway? Who cares? When I get on my SAT, I don't know.
Yeah.
I do know, but I'm not going to tell everybody.
Your brothers were really good athletes, no?
Yeah.
I mean, St. Thomas was known for basketball.
And we ruled St. Thomas, I don't mind saying.
You
Before the Mullins came along.
Yeah.
But,
well, that was after Billy Hawkins. And
we killed the Hawkins. Hawkins couldn't shine our shoes. Cassidy couldn't shine our shoes.
Okay.
And as soon as I see Steve, I'll remind him of that.
Well, you will see him.
The thing I was glad you brought up, like we were jocks, it's one way or the other. Like, you're doing the film stuff and all that now, I'm doing more stuff. But when you were growing up back in the day, it was like you were a jock and that was it.
Yeah, you had to be, man.
Yeah.
That was our life in Brooklyn.
Yeah, there was no kind of creative outlets or anything like that.
I think if you weren't, I don't know what you were doing.
Yeah. So there was just not. Yeah, if you weren't, or you were doing it, you were playing sports just so you could do the other stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so tell me about the 1977 championship game. You were a senior then.
I was a senior. Anyway, we beat Powell Memorial, a famous school, in the city finals.
Was always a.
So it's kind of a Hoosier story, the last 5 white guys to win the city championship.
Wow.
And I was the MVP, and the only reason I point that out is because I was the last white MVP for 37 years.
Wow.
And every year I check. I say,
let me see. Is it still me? Oh, it's still me.
Until last year! Freaking guy! And he was like one of these red-haired dudes. He could have been like, maybe like Malcolm X white. I say, wait, this guy can't be a real white guy. Right? He's fucking one MVP. Right, you're allowed to curse. I still bump on this, curse on this shit. It's good. So, I see this guy, I go, he's got to be like a Malcolm X white dude.
Right.
I don't think so. I think so. 37
yeah.
years, but
so that's a good run, though.
Solid run.
That's a solid run.
Where is that kid, do you know? Did he go to one of the big schools?
No, he's actually only a senior now. He won as a junior, so I might actually... Might be who beat me. Might be a real player sometimes.
Yeah. You guys were better than Zavarian, because that was always the
they beat us one year. We beat them in the playoffs, I think, and then so to win the MVP, you had to win the city championship. Chris Mullen obviously did not win the MVP because they didn't win the city championship.
Right, because we got 37 years now. Yeah.
So that's the only reason. It's memory lane is all fun and all that stuff. But is that for the MVP? The 37 years.
37 years in a row.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah. So, but I don't have to check it anymore. In fact, one of my good friends, he was the one who told me. He couldn't wait to tell me, you're no longer a man.
Oh,
It's over.
The reign of terror.
Yeah.
Wow.
The reign of terror is over.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. You can't really brag on it. It's like you sound like ridiculous racist. Yeah. Hey, last white MVP.
It has nothing to do with race.
Yeah. So it's dubious claim.
Yes. What did you play any other sports?
Growing
up in Brooklyn, did you play ball hockey on the street?
No, it's either or.
Yeah.
It's like basketball or hockey. It's either or, and it's like
there was no leagues for football we had back then, unless you went to
the Hurricanes a little bit.
You play football on the street.
Basically baseball and basketball.
Yeah. What about baseball?
Manhunt.
Did you play in
Manhunt?
Oh, Manhunt. I killed it, man.
Football. Did you play baseball for Nazareth?
Nah, once I got,
CYL?
it was too cold. You know, your hands sting in March. I said, fuck it, I'm not playing baseball.
Yeah.
That's my commitment
You
level.
stuck with indoor sports.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
But,
we're living here, we're in a fucking tiki bar.
my hat,
Coldest
I
day
know.
of the year.
48 degrees in here.
We
got the
Well,
heat
that's not
cranking.
bad. That's not bad.
It's not terrible. Could be worse. It's like 30 outside.
Let's
Already.
do a shot
Starting
of,
it up
Fireball.
early.
It's a whisper.
It's a whisper.
Our sponsor. We have to get our sponsor.
Wait, can I tell my brown liquor story first? Or
Yeah,
first
man,
of all,
sure. Yeah, it takes a while to get these shots ready. Kenneth, you want one?
I just when do I puke? It's like, all I have to do,
It's
all
a
I do,
sink right
oh,
there.
good. All I have to do is smell it in some
Brian,
cases.
you wanna
I'll do a
whisper?
honey jack.
I got
For honey jack over Fireball?
Yeah, I don't like cinnamon.
first time I back in our day, drinking age was 18, which means you can get in the bar. There's no point in me bragging about it, but we went to the Night Owl, Flatbush Avenue, in the summer between 7th and 8th grade. You know what a 7th and 8th
Yeah,
grade
great.
kid looks like?
That's great.
We sent the Italian up to the bar to order because we thought he was older.
Yeah, but,
he had the
you know,
little,
he was
he had the
older
little,
The little pencil thin mustache.
Yeah, so
Don't forget that a lot of the audience for Tiki Talk is Rockaway, so these Rockaway kids.
yeah, they were
can
there.
relate
been
to
drinking
it.
They were there
Same
between the
thing, yeah.
second and third
Right.
grade.
Exactly.
I get it, you know.
Sounds about right.
So
They can relate to it. Don't worry about it.
and then shortly thereafter, we had our Seagram 7. We'd go onto the golf course, Marine Park Golf
This
Course.
is 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah, and there. So yeah. So,
Guys, to our great guest,
yeah,
and to another successful Tiki Talk, Kenny Kearns, one of our previous guests
Cheers.
here.
Yes.
To see, because he has a 7th show in a row.
think I-
He's the MVP of the Tiki Talk. He wants to see if he can steal the championship.
Did you really drink that?
Not yet.
No.
Cheers.
And then it was
Let's do it. It's not bad. It's not a man.
No, it's like
Anybody
a
need a beer? Good.
It's like
It's
Big
like
Red,
candy.
they say. Big Red?
yeah.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah.
Back in the
I don't
day.
like Big Red.
I
so-
was just about to say. It's like Big Red. That's what I fucking
That's why I
like.
did the. That's why I did the honey jack.
Actually,
So
it's
we-
funny that you're bringing up the story just for one reason, because if you sit over here, I was thinking of things to talk about with you, and one of them says Flatbush Bars,
Ah,
because that was a standard.
that was the only.
That's where everybody who went to Nazareth, and
Yeah, we went to the Night Out between 7th and 8th.
how you doing, Dave?
There was
All
a liquor store on Flatlands Flatlands 36th Street in Ann called Middy.
on that little
Middies,
Flatlands,
yeah, Middies or Mamas and Papas. They were 100 years old, so you can get, you put up your chest. You were like 12.
You're 12 years
Can I,
old,
can,
going
I
to buy
have,
liquor,
can I have a bottle of Tango?
and they're giving you, you know, they have to make it look
Yeah,
good.
it was either
like question your
Tango
way.
or Southern Comfort. Was where you stole blackberry brandy. Parents had blackberry brandy all the time back then. They'd steal it from their liquor cabinet.
That went down easy.
Like cough medicine.
Yeah.
And then, so we used
What
to go
about-
the golf course is where we'd hang out, and so we drink.
The golf course?
Yeah, Marine
Uh-huh.
Park Golf Course.
Yeah.
And rolled,
The creek? Would you go to the creek?
Creek was like kind of like, you heard of Pete the Queer, right? That was like.
No, there was like some kind of predator?
Yeah, that was the,
The
like,
president?
Oh, he's going to be a
Weird.
guest.
What do you say?
he's gonna be like number 8. He's gonna be on the
Yeah,
TV
he's
bar.
gonna be in
Oh.
July.
I never met him, thank God. But
Pencilman.
very un-PC. Of course, you call queer then. Like,
We weren't allowed to go to the creek.
no
for that
queer
reason.
eye, by the way. That's another shout out for.
Grab the straight guy.
Anyway, you couldn't go to the creek. Like my parents said, go. We used to go to Yankee games on the train. You go everywhere. in
Where'd
New
you go,
York.
like by
just
San
don't go to the
Ange?
creek.
Over the...
Yeah, onto the golf course there. And then we'd roll, drink a few things and roll down the hill to get dizzy. And I'd puke my brains out on Seagram 7.
That's a cheap high.
Kind of like, oh,
Good
yeah.
times.
Oh, yeah. Well, you could go out with $2 then, too.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
$2. And
Yeah, I used to
Those-
hang... We hung out on Flatbush Avenue. There was Gallagher's, the Night Owl. What was the other
Poor
one?
Willie's, Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah, well, the Cuckoo's Nest came later. It was
Yeah,
something else.
Poor Willie's.
Poor Willie's, yeah. And well, speaking of bars, you were actually a bar owner, you and your brothers.
Yes,
How many of
it's
your brothers?
My brother Brian. It's a lot better being a customer than an owner.
Yeah, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
You owned, he
Lot of
owned a
hassles.
famous bar, the Brooklyn Dodger.
That applause? Yes.
The Brooklyn Dodger, it was on, you had two of them, I believe.
Yeah.
One was on Coney Island Avenue, all the way at the end where the circle is,
Which
by
was,
the park
it used
house.
to be the Last Hurrah. It was previously to us.
Did you name it the Last Hurrah?
No,
or
the Last
you
Hurrah
bought
was-
the Last Hurrah?
It was vacant by the time we took
Okay.
it over. Yeah.
And you went right to the Brooklyn Dodger. made it to
First we
Brooklyn
were in Bay Ridge, where the old
Salty Dog?
Salty Dog's there now.
That's where
They
you
took over
Brooklyn
for
Dodger
us.
was.
Yeah, exactly. And it was No Flaherty's.
Oh,
Bay
yeah.
Ridge, which moved to Flatbush.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that the Dodgers are honored that you would take their name and
Yes.
call your bar after them. That was really nice. They probably sent you a...
Well, you know they sued us, right?
No.
Oh yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, the LA Dodgers and Major League
Wow.
Baseball sued us for trademark infringement. And so
Was it Brooklyn Dodger or Dodgers?
Dodger.
With no
Like
S.
Artful Dodger kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what you were going
And
for.
plus, they had abandoned Brooklyn.
And it
man.
was
literally
blue,
abandoned
it was blue and
Brooklyn.
white.
Yeah, well, I
Look,
know.
he's wearing
It's
the
a
colors.
little close. But then they sued us, and then we went to Mike McAlery at the News.
I know, it was a big story in the
Yeah,
day.
so
It was in the Daily News.
so we got
I know, of course.
a lawyer to work for us, pro bono. He took the case.
Yeah.
And it was like the verdict, with Paul Newman and all that. And him against like 12 lawyers.
Yeah, against the Brooklyn Dodgers and Major League Baseball.
Oh, they had a black judge. I keep bringing up black. Grace, don't worry about it. Anyway, it's a black judge.
Right, but he's a Dodger fan.
Yeah, I grew up in Brooklyn. I got the cred. There's a black judge, and Major League Baseball is like 12 white lawyers. The next day, they bring in 3 black lawyers to fill their around. I was like, oh, nice to have those assets.
Yeah.
Just call up your 3 black lawyer friends.
Yeah.
Come fill it in.
So yeah, we were sued, but we prevailed. So happy ending.
There you
You
go.
prevailed and you
Yeah.
kept your name. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then you went out of business.
Yeah,
That was a separate incident.
Yeah.
Let's keep those two
Have nothing to do
separate.
with the
Those
name.
were- right. The best thing about the bar business, though, I'll say this, is like we opened on St. Patty's Day, which was nuts. Packed. Everybody,
Right.
half the people came thinking it was no Flaherty's, an Irish bar.
Right.
So we got a huge crowd. We ran out of beer. Place was basically destroyed, except the next day, your porters and all the next day come in. So cleaned up and said, "What a great fucking business! This is great." Everybody cleans up, and then you do it again, but it gets old. It's like Cheers, Cliff and all that. They're funny for like a half an hour drive for 8 straight hours. Where you're
Right. It's
you
only
want to go to the
half an
bar
hour
and
a
say,
week.
"It's not funny," and
It's a
same
half an
shit.
hour a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every
Tiki
day.
talk.
Yeah, right.
If we did this for 8 hours, fucking...
We do, though.
Yeah, we do.
Seems
It's on
like
the
it.
camera running.
We just don't run the camera all
The
the
camera's only on for a half hour.
Yeah. So, yes, that was yet another stop in my.
Yeah, so you were a full-time bar owner. You were there
Yeah.
running things, hiring waitresses. And
Doing all
and
this,
that.
firing waitresses,
Firing
and
waitresses.
waiters. Yeah.
What about you had food?
Yeah,
You had cooks, yeah? Did you cook? Good food? You a good cook?
I'd say the food was good, and we had various cooks. Like cooks, you're at the mercy of cooks, because they don't feel like.
They're head cases, too.
Oh,
They
completely.
have attitudes. Yeah.
Completely.
They think they're artists. They just fucking make up food.
And,
Weren't you a cook?
Yeah.
but-
I never considered myself an artist. I
plus,
was a cook. I
plus,
wasn't a chef.
Yeah, you weren't a chef. You weren't an artisan.
No.
it was the '80s, late '80s, so it wasn't. It wasn't
hipster time.
necessarily pure fiction to say you'd walk back there and the guy's doing a line right off, like,
Oh, yeah.
he's making hamburgers.
Yeah,
next.
oh yeah. There was always drugs
There's a
involved.
cutting board there, so you might as well slice a line.
Have a cutting board. Have a sharp
So we're trying to get the hamburgers. People are waiting. They're just a minute. I'm gonna do what I can to speed up.
Yes, I was a
Yeah.
cook.
I would have
Stuff
fired
like
you
that.
at least 10 times.
Yeah. Ex hired me back.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, that was. I'm glad I did it, but never again.
How many years did it last?
Bar itself was there about 10. I was in there probably 4.5, 5.
Yeah, yeah. What do you do for a living anyway? I mean, I know that you work for the Wave and this and that, but it seems like it's.
A little of this and
What
a little
about
of
before
that.
that? Yeah, a little of this.
If I was smart enough to become a cop and get a pension after 20 years,
You'd have a tiki bar.
yeah, I'd have a tiki bar.
I'm working hard.
And by invitation only, which is really smart, because if it was a regular bar, I wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah. You're a lifetime member, buddy.
Good. Can I have another beer, by the way?
Yes,
What do
you
we
can,
got?
right here.
I
Right
got
here.
them right there in the fridge.
No, so I've been.
did you ever have a real job?
No.
Not once,
really.
not never.
I was a teacher for a while. Before the
Right,
bar.
and
Before the
he's
bar. No, at Xavier, too. Xavier High School.
Okay. Matt Walsh was a teacher there,
Yeah.
wasn't he? Oh no, he was a student.
He might have been.
Did
I
Matt teach
missed
us?
him.
Yeah.
He was a teacher. I don't think he
I
taught
think
it
he taught
to
it to
Xavier, did he?
Xavier.
No, it was a Zavarian, I believe, right?
Taught it to-
No, I
no, he
wouldn't.
didn't teach it Zavarian.
I taught it
He
Zavarian.
taught it Zavarian.
I thought it was Zavarian.
I don't think he taught it Zavarian.
What year?
Maybe
Actually, I think
It
you're
It might
right.
have been
Actually,
Cathedral.
I think you're right.
Might
Hold
have
up,
been
Cathedral.
2001
That
when I
sounds
retired
right
from
to
the
me.
police department.
I don't know.
I was there.
2003 to
Where did
2004.
Melvin go?
Zavarian.
Didn't he teach
I
Melvin?
coached at
Yeah, because I think
Xavier,
Melvin
No, you weren't there. I
went
would've
to Cathedral.
Right.
Yeah, it
it
was
was
Cathedral.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
When did you
it was
coach it?
It was probably in the 80s.
Now we're having 4 different conversations. The
The
show has devolved into
Okay, now we'll go back to the
separate conversations.
Little sidetracked. All right.
We got a little.
Oh, yeah, we're back to the show. Shit.
Yeah.
So we can, we're
Oh,
on
okay.
camera? Yeah, so I bounce around, that's all.
Okay, you bounce around? Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
great way
it's,
to live.
yeah, my patient
edge.
wife. patient wife.
She's a beautiful wife.
She just
Your best friend.
Best friend and supporter and
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
How is it that you're sitting here with us losers on Valentine's Day?
That's why I said she's my best friend and supporter. Because I'm here on Valentine's Day.
My wife's from Puerto Rico. I have an excuse.
What's the excuse? She's in Puerto Rico.
Lucked out, man. You lucked out.
I gotta pay the fucking airfare. You gotta go to work tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you doing your 80 hours a week still? How's it going?
It ends in April. Yep.
Is it a good 80 hours?
You know, it's easy and stuff like that. I thought the other day, it's not about where I'm at, it's about where I'm not at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not that I'm there, it's good. I got friends, we go out and eat, we hang out. Beautiful girls come in sometimes. But
most of the time, no.
it's where I want to be. Like, I want to be on the kayak, I want to be here,
Yeah.
I want to be in Puerto Rico, I want to be freaking up skiing. It's not about where I'm at, it's not bad. It's about where
No,
I'm at.
but that's the problem with anything. When you start thinking, I should be somewhere else, or the grass is always greener. That's
Yeah.
my
Well, believe me, the grass is greener. I'm sitting in a van, I feel like a freaking...
No, that's my problem. That's my life.
A rat in a cage. Oh yeah, you got a smaller cage than me.
Yeah, every time I think, this sucks. I got to get out. I got to do something else. I got to do
Yeah.
something different. And
Yeah, well, that's good.
Whether
Yeah.
it's the
Well, that's what
bar
I
or
would do.
teaching or whatever, you just.
Well, let me ask you something. At some point in your life, you came to the wave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you doing stories for them or something?
No.
I don't know. How did that happen?
I was in yet another,
I mean, did you have a journalism background before?
No.
Is the wave your first journalism job?
and it shows. It's my first thing. I was in some other job that I can't really remember.
Right.
Not doing
Another job.
Yeah, and usually these jobs are in between my Ralph Crampton get rich quick
Schemes.
you know,
Okay.
no cow pizza kind of stuff. I was hoping to invent or think up, and
With Rick?
sometimes Rick I only met recently, believe it or not. But like, so part of me, you get complimented in school. Hey, you're a good writer. You should do something. Oh, maybe I'll try to write. Score, and then that doesn't happen because
Yeah, writing is...
it's luck too.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
you don't.
It's like these, like Bobby Ballet bands that play bars.
And they're
we
good.
We write bars.
Yeah,
They're good. They're
good.
great.
And there's nothing. And sometimes
Yeah.
one break will make a difference. And
But you're
The
not
right
gonna
guy
make a living.
sees you. You have
Yeah.
a good. You have
Not
a
gonna
good
make a
song.
living
You have a
off
good article. You have a good
I have
story.
a quick sidetrack. I was in my 40s, I think, when I volunteered at a film production company. Fairly well-known one. It's they did Eternal Sunshine or whatever that's
Right,
called.
right.
Good
movie.
Yeah,
Good movie.
a great
so they
movie.
did that. Focus Features, and Ted Hope is the producer. Anyway, they were looking to hire interns. So I was
A
like
40-year-old intern.
older than 40. Yeah, I had hair on my chest. They pulled it off with the 40-year-old virgin joke. I thought you were making a movie reference there. 40-year-old intern. So I see a stack of scripts, and one of them says friends. They say friends of Ted on it. And they've got it, like the producer himself, he's a friend, so they got to put that priority. They all had an inch of dust on them, So it was kind of a
Yeah.
revelation. I said,
Right,
what am I
yeah.
playing this lottery for?
I
I'm
know.
going to stop,
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But backtracking the whole
I got a stack of scripts downstairs, by the way.
dust on them,
Yeah,
and they're good. Some of them are good,
Yeah.
no doubt.
definitely.
I don't know about that.
Some of
No,
them.
they're good.
I didn't say everyone.
Not
was
all
good.
of them.
Yeah, well, you got to work up to good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I always had that. Oh, I should try that, and that kind of stunted any. Grass would always be greener. It's
Right.
like, I'd rather write a screenplay. I'd rather
Right.
write a book.
Yeah, yeah.
And in Hollywood, the expression is you can die of encouragement.
Yeah.
And so they were killing me with encouragement. I keep saying, and plus you don't know shit, right? Some guy calls up and says this is great,
Right.
And they show it to somebody. Maybe that somebody says,
Right,
well,
in fact, I don't like it.
Yeah,
one
also
guy
it shakes
changes
the
your
other
life.
guy's
Yeah.
confidence, I had one script written. It was a comedy about a middle-aged group rock band trying to kill rap by playing rap. So they were going to be. You're supposed to chuckle at that. Come
I
on,
don't get it.
be a host.
Rap by player?
Yeah, they're gonna make rap square, rap, hip hop. They're gonna say, "If these dudes are doing it, it's like, thank you." It's like the Cowsills or somebody doing rap. So anyway,
I got
it was a comedy, and a big time producer calls me up, says, "I really," and he starts talking to me, and said, "You know what? I'm gonna sleep on it." Sleeps on it, decides not to do it, but he says, "I just decided I couldn't spend a year of my life with it," and I said, that's an honest guy.
Yeah,
You could
that's
get
an
that all the
honest guy,
time. You take it every
And
time.
he slept on it, which means that he
Exactly.
liked it.
No, that's
It's a big commitment.
Yeah,
Once you commit,
it's 100%.
it's millions of dollars after
All
committing.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're their life.
Yeah.
And it's like every day, like you said. You
That's
work
the
8
one
hours a
guy
week.
I kind of respected in all my, meetings. I said,
Yeah,
this one
yeah.
guy. So he told the truth. Everybody else just was.
Everyone's like,
Meanwhile,
oh yeah,
yeah.
sure,
If we
sure, and they
rewind
just
the
never call
tape
you.
about 10 minutes ago, I asked you how you got to the wave.
You're gonna stick to it, huh? Is that the way you? Yeah.
We're being strict here?
Yeah. Let me see.
We got a
Trying
time slot to fill.
try to remember. All right.
Yeah, we're working up to it. It's
more like-
in 1973.
So I had some nonsense job, and then I walked into the Wave. Something connected to that job, and I said, "Hey, you're
Well, it's
looking
about
for
writing.
an editor."
You were talking about writing.
Yeah, no, I was. So I
Did
was,
you hear they were looking for an editor?
They had
You
it
said
actually.
that.
No, they had
Oh,
a
yeah?
help wanted in there,
Oh, yeah?
and I walked in, but it was
Yeah, because
related
of
to
your
the job I
madness.
had.
Yeah.
And I said to Leon,
Get a little background,
the
yeah.
publisher, I said, "Hey, looking for an editor?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah." I go, "I could do it."
Yeah.
He goes, "All right."
You're hired.
That was it?
That's it?
That's it.
Wow.
Did you go to like
I got the title and everything. Editor. I didn't even
so
start
be an
before
Did you
that.
go to an employment agency and they coached you on that interview?
Hey,
Go
I
in
could
there
do
and
it.
say,
Hey,
"You
I
need
could
an
do it.
editor?" It's like,
I can do it.
Can you do it?
They
Yes.
used to
All
have- they
right.
used to-
You're hired.
Next interview, that's what I'm doing. I can do it.
I can do it. Okay, you got it.
Huh.
Okay.
And that was all.
And then he found out the hard way.
That was basically typing days too. You could hear that was old.
I
Yeah.
know. I worked for newspapers
Yeah.
actually. I was a journalism major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buff
So,
State. Buff State.
Buff State, yeah.
State.
Yep. So where did
So
it?
wait a
how'd you
second.
know that?
Wait. And then.
Is this your show now?
Yeah. Come on.
And then I'm
I
working
can't-
for the
You guys want to switch chairs?
Yeah.
Switch chairs.
Let's switch chairs.
So you went to Buff State. You went to Buff State. And
Oh yes, I did.
you were like, do you want to work for the Times? What kind of stuff do you want to do?
I wanted to go to California and live on the beach. So when I graduated, I told my wife or my girlfriend Rita, I said I'm moving to LA. Would you like to come? She said yes, and we moved to Venice Beach. Lived on the boardwalk. Yeah.
What does that have to do with journalism? It's
Nothing.
like me going to the Wave. What does that have to do with
Nothing.
journalism?
I had to pick a major. They tell you to pick a major. I could
And
write.
you were a good writer.
I was a good writer.
Yeah, you curse with that though, right? And people say, "Oh, you're right. You should do stuff." So it puts
No,
all
I'm
the
not
time-
cursed with it because if
That's
I
when you're young, it's a curse.
yeah, if you plus it's
I mean, it gets you.
you have to be
school.
self initiative to be a writer, which is tough.
Two different things.
See?
Yeah.
I mean, you can bullshit your way through term papers.
Let me ask you how many.
It's a, it's a
Oh, yeah.
skill.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's good to have.
Oh yeah, that was great. How
the best
so?
part.
How many hours a week did you work at the Wave?
Wait, let's switch chairs again.
Listen,
So my other excuse was that I was a
did you
Mr.
come to this party?
No.
I'm gonna start to feel like I did. My other excuse of what kept me busy was I was a Mr. Mom too. So
Okay, all right.
so
That's
I worked.
good.
I worked
That's a full-time job.
Yeah, and I worked that
That's a
into
great job.
Yeah.
Tough.
Not that
It's tough.
kids appreciate it, but
No. We don't,
I worked
we
it
don't
around.
care.
So I was full time at the Wave, but I was.
I mean,
home,
is that
so-
an 80-hour week? I can imagine working for a newspaper is going to be.
Nah, not at the Wave.
What about when
once,
you-
like, it was when I started the Times, but the Wave was
Well, that's the next
two
level.
different things. Yeah.
All right, so you're the editor.
Yeah, and then I left
How big
after
of a
about-
staff did I have at the Wave?
Sales and art people and all that. 15 to 20.
And how many you got at the Rockaway Times?
7 now.
Wow, it's growing.
Moving on up.
Well, let's talk about
That's
the
all I
Rockaway
want.
Times.
That's all I want.
It seemed like, to me, from the outside looking in, all of a sudden you quit the Wave. What made you quit the Wave, by the way?
Well, I went back to the Wave. I had been the editor like 13
I
or
remember
14
that. You
years
were
ago,
there,
and then I
you
left.
left, you
Forget.
came back.
Don't ask me what I did in between because I can't remember.
right. It's another one of those.
Yeah,
It's a black hole.
I had a
Ralph
second
Brandon.
child.
Ralph
I was
Brandon.
Mr. Mom again, and I was trying to make $1 million.
Back to mom.
And I remind me to get back to making $1 million again later on. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank
yeah.
you. Maybe I'll stay on it now because it wouldn't matter.
I'll tell you in a half hour what we're going to do.
Anyway, so I went. The Wave did not publish after Sandy for a few weeks.
That's another
so
thing I wanna talk
I just went down there to see. I was on friendly terms after I left. I just went down to say, "So how you guys doing?" Like, you know.
You weren't working
No.
when Sandy hit. Oh, shit.
So as soon as I went back, they said, "Can you come back to work?"
Right.
And
This is exactly what I want to talk to you about because the Wave is the lifeblood
yeah,
of Rockaway. I mean, you started a new paper, but the Wave is the life part
At
of
the time.
Rockaway for hundreds of years, 100 years or whatever it is, and it was so important.
Yeah.
And
So-
what you did for Rockaway, I mean. I
But
wanna
thank you. I
Really?
appreciate
No, I'm
it.
serious.
I mean,
for the first time, this is the first. For the first time on Tiki Talk, I'm sincere.
you can.
I mean,
Let's get past that, will you?
the Wave was, it meant so much to the people of Rockaway, to be on top of things. And you were actually a hard-hitting journalist at the time, freaking trying to get answers.
Yeah, that
you had
was
some great headlines.
It was an important
Not even the
time.
headlines,
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah, you wrote some good headlines.
and I don't remember any of them, so we're fair or even.
I'm sure
The articles were probably alright.
There was a lot of
Your
words.
headlines are
You
good.
should have seen the pictures.
a lot of words in those.
Pictures in the headlines.
I was an adjunct academic advisor at Queensborough, just part-time.
It sounds.
So it was easy to leave.
Yes.
It was easy to leave, so I went back to the Wave
Okay.
because I thought it was an important time.
Yes.
But I went back saying, look, I want to buy the Wave at some point. So I don't want to go back to what I was doing
Right,
15
you don't
years
wanna be a
ago,
worker, you
doing
wanna-
the same thing. I said
Right.
I want a piece of this somehow.
But didn't you learn anything about you would rather be on that side of the bar than this side of the bar?
That's
do
a
you
good.
do you feel the same about newspapers now?
No.
No. Okay.
I think this is alcohol.
Okay. Right.
I don't know. I may end up there. I wish you didn't ask me that question.
Yeah,
'cause now,
he's in mid transition now.
I'm kind of bummed out
In
now.
20 years, we'll come back and do another Tiki Talk.
Yeah.
Nah,
When
name
I'm-
ain't coming back.
No.
20 years not too long.
We're gonna be in that home.
Del Harbor Manor.
backyard, playing on
Country.
speakers out the window.
With country.
We'll get to that story. This could be an hour episode.
It's Valentine's Day. Don't try that on me.
All right.
I'll pull it. I'm going to be going to the
That door
bathroom.
locked from the outside.
So where were we?
We were talking about the Wave. You came back.
Oh yeah, I went to
you did
buy
a great
it.
job.
I went to buy it,
You wanted to buy it. Didn't want to sell.
and
It's in it-
no, they said
Is that a family paper? Was that in this family
Yes.
for all since the beginning?
no.
Okay.
They were open
Leon
to it.
Hess?
Locke. I think Leon Hess is like wasn't he like a World War II Nazi criminal?
No, I believe. Well, you're just-
Or he owned the Jets. Yeah,
He owned the Jets.
or they owned the Jets.
Close.
One or the
Close
other.
enough, close
It was a
enough.
50-50 shot right
One or the
there.
other.
Same thing. They're on even terms.
But I stopped. I said, you know what? Let me see how I like it first before we even talk further about buying it and all that. And then the short version is.
You make him an offer. You didn't have any money.
Oh yeah, no, I was making them offers. And I was negotiating against myself. I kept raising the price and all that.
Right.
And I thought I was
Nobody else was looking to buy it.
No, and I thought I was strengthening
But they weren't
the
looking
paper.
to sell it either.
They're starting
Yeah.
to, get
Starting to get out of it,
long
yeah.
in the tooth. And I thought I was strengthening the paper at the same time I'm trying to buy it. I'm saying, hey, I'm making your paper better, and
Yeah, definitely.
So then I finally just quit, and I wasn't planning on starting a competitor.
You quit. I thought you might have been because all of a sudden it wasn't that long after you started your own paper, and I thought like, wow, he probably did this on purpose.
No,
But it wasn't that way.
No.
You really quit because
I
you
just
couldn't
said
buy it.
couldn't buy it. So I'm not
Right.
gonna do it.
So that's it. I'm not
Yeah.
doing those.
And the thing about the newspaper is it's different than the bar. You do get stale. That's the thing. Like, you feel like I'm writing the same shit or
I know,
whatever,
I know.
and
Yep.
Everything's
you repeat
it's
yourself.
repeating, yeah.
The first time was the Wave, same thing. It's not burnout exactly. It's just
Right.
like it's nothing fresh.
I mean,
here,
it's
you
an
know?
exciting time when Hurricane Sandy hit or
Yeah.
something monumental hits. But after that, it's just routine every week.
And the flood insurance stuff was important, but
Yeah,
after a
yeah.
while, it's like, okay,
Right, nothing's
I
happening.
don't feel like saying it, talking about
Every
it
week
anymore.
I got to tell you nothing's
Yeah,
happening.
exactly. Let me put a new wrinkle in flood insurance. Talking about, I'm an insurance salesman. They're always fun.
Yeah, that's an exciting topic.
Yeah.
And we're going to have an insurance salesman on.
Yeah,
3 weeks.
Yeah, play the crickets, bud.
So, yeah, no, I left and was not planning on it. And then
Yeah, so now this another publisher from Howard Beach was always looking to get into the Rockaway market.
Exactly.
From what I heard.
And she called me up, contacted me, and said, "Why don't we do this together?"
Right.
And like a fool, I said yes.
It wasn't the Rockaway Times. It was called something else first.
No, it was Rockaway Times. She then. You want me to tell the story? Or are you going to tell the story? 'Cause
You guys wanna switch-
I'll switch chairs. Yeah, I'll switch chairs. Yeah. So when
It wasn't the Rockaway Times.
Who started the Rockaway
I'm
Times?
confused who's asking the question. So was it the Rockaway?
As long as I got the right beer.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Back in the
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
No, we started the Rockaway Times together, me and this publisher.
I thought it had a different name first.
I'll tell you.
Let him talk.
So she was a disaster. I knew immediately, right away. I'm old enough to know when somebody's a disaster.
But she's already publishing a paper.
Which is why
I thought that she would have a.
No, that was I was seduced. Not by her, but the idea of it. Because if you've seen a picture,
by the concept of her, not by her actual.
I wouldn't even say concept of her. I think it was just concept of publisher.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Publisher.
You wanted to buy a
professional
paper, and here's somebody off.
And I thought she had the secret sauce, how to run a paper. But she is. I'm gonna just.
You don't have to
slander her. Yeah. Anyway, she's different. Yeah.
Seen by 20 people.
Exactly. Anyway, it didn't work out. So.
It didn't work out with her.
Immediately.
Well, why don't you can't tell me the story about the freaking name that I keep asking?
All right, so I tell her I don't want to be partners. Mike Schramm owns the Pointer in Breezy Park.
But that was a couple of weeks of
we published together.
But wasn't there a different name? I'm just asking about that.
Let him finish. He's telling the story. He's
Getting
gonna get to
there.
the name.
He's getting to it.
That's
Building.
the beginning
It's
of the story.
No,
it's not.
All right.
So I tell her I don't want to be partners. I'm going to keep running the paper. First, I did talk to Mike Schramm at the Pointer, who told me there is.
That's that Breezy Point.
Yeah, and he told me there is no secret sauce. This is what you do. You call this, and you outsource almost everything. I said,
Well, wouldn't you have already had this knowledge?
Are you going to ask me again if it had a different name?
Different name?
Couldn't have this. I mean, didn't you already have this information because you worked for the Wave for like freaking 15 years?
No, the Wave actually does it differently. The Wave has. They've got a different way about doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
And I thought 20 people were needed and all that. Right. So Mike Schramm, again, he does it by himself. Just do this, do
that. You got a typewriter?
Yeah, which you don't even need anymore. You send it to Pakistan, they send it back, and you say it's good. It's not that different. It's really not that far off from that.
Sounds like a joke, but it's fairly accurate.
It's true. Like if you want an ad made,
I know. Look at your office.
That's all I need. And like you draw a stick figure and you send it by email and say, hey, send me a restaurant ad back. They come back, it's a beautiful ad.
You're kidding?
The same day or the next day. So the Wave doesn't do it like that. The Wave has artists come in. You get the same result. But anyway, so we break up and I run the paper. I'm sharp learning curve. I have to go, be mad about it. But then she launches a revenge paper.
I saw that.
The Rockaway Beat.
Is
that where the confusion is?
Is that it? Yeah.
I hope so.
You asked me if I or maybe you just changed the.
We did change the look. The
logo.
logo.
Changed
the
logo.
Put the bicycle in
there.
there.
But it was always the Rockaway Times.
Yes.
And then she had the Rockaway Beat.
Yes, I remember the Rockaway Beat. It didn't last.
No, it did.
How many weeks? She just wanted to get you.
Yes.
Yeah. And she wasn't very good at her job or whatever,
And she tried about 8 weeks maybe.
It was crazy. All of a sudden we have a little tiny neighborhood
with three papers.
New York always got the poster sign.
Yeah, the whole city has 3 papers. We have 3 in Rockaway.
Kind of like a nail salon thing. We've got it's another newspaper.
It's a hat on a hat.
Yeah. So I was happy to see them fold. Only cause,
definitely.
Only because of customer confusion. Like, what's this? They're both free. And,
I mean, how many free papers can you carry?
3.
Apparently 3.
Times, it's kind of like a neighborhood paper. You know what I mean? It's a homesy paper. It's kind of a more upbeat paper.
Yeah.
I mean, the news is very depressing. That's the way it is. You got to tell all the bad things that happen, but you really embrace the community.
I kind of think that's my philosophy.
Can I read that right? You wrote that for me.
That sounded pretty good. I'm just gonna. Well, look, we live in like one of the safest precincts in the city.
Yes.
And the Wave, every time there's a crime, they try to
build it up.
Yeah, and it's like
sensationalism.
Yeah, and one crime sometimes affects 2 people, but the volleyball league affects thousands. Yeah, so let's cover that instead. Somebody stuff like that. So it's easier to do. It's easier to. If you live where you live, too. No, if you live where you live, it's reflected in the paper.
So you're asking me to do a weekly article about the volleyball league? Is that it? Okay.
You already do it.
Yeah.
I know, but it's for the Wave.
I know.
Yeah.
That's a little.
You want to be associated with crime?
Well, what about
keep submitting to the Wave. That's all. That's
a lot of crimes happen on that court, man. People are stealing points from it.
Coach. Yeah,
what
Coach,
about
Coach
your star reporter, John Sica?
Did you see my breath?
I know. Well, over
good
there
name,
is
Tiki Bar.
The audience.
Good
we
name,
heat the
yeah.
audience.
Yeah, we heat the audience, and then back there it's cold as
It's
shit.
like
cold as
Cowboy
hell down
Stadium.
here, man.
It's Cowboys
freezing.
Stadium. They don't
You
call
have a hole in the roof, so
I'm
the
not telling
players
you that
play in
heat.
the elements.
They don't
over
call
there.
Cowboy Stadium
I know,
Tiki
I know.
Stadium. This
No.
is Tiki supposed to be
Dave's sitting there like,
tropical.
Hey, damn right I am.
This was supposed to be a summer show, but
it will
we
be.
can't wait
It
that
will
long.
be eventually.
At one point, it's going to be in the summer.
And then we're gonna have
when
have
summer
girls,
comes around,
because-
maybe.
Exactly.
Maybe.
I'll be in
That
the
sounds like a
audience.
good
I'll be in
idea.
the audience.
We're gonna have the AC back here.
We'll keep the walls up and just put an air conditioner in. That's actually not a bad
Not
idea.
too bad. That's not a bad idea, dude.
The Tiki Bar's going through a major renovation this summer.
Yeah, we're gonna rebuild the whole thing.
Might
This
be
looks,
bigger.
this looks
Hot
like
tub.
a place in Williamsburg. You been to that place? There's sand on the floor and all that.
Williamsburg is the word.
I know. That's why he's the
Word.
oldest. He's the oldest hipster in
Oh,
Rockaway.
God.
No, but this is
Yeah.
real. This is real. This is pre-hipster.
Real life.
That's true.
Hipster. No, don't even.
Oh, look at his defense! You boo me for like dissing the host.
Where's
Yeah,
Boyle?
exactly. Boo him.
We're
Boo
gonna
him.
put
Boo
that
him.
down.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was cool.
Bobby too. I think I'm gonna sit over there next time.
Let's change chairs.
Let's sit over there. Here.
All right.
There you go. Here's the
All
headphones.
right. You talk to Kevin and I'll figure it out.
Talk.
So wait a second. You never been to the bar in Williamsburg with sand on the floor and
I've been
surfboards?
to one in the city where that has sand, and it's right by.
Can't hear nothing with you. How do you hear anything with these headphones?
Well, they're all.
You know,
I just
listen,
kept them on for posterity. If you hit the bottom right button, it'll stop everything. There you go.
Nah, this is too hard.
And you broke Bobby's
oh,
headphones.
there we go.
Bobby's
Bobby,
headphones.
see?
Bobby, he owes you new headphones.
Wow.
Wait, I fixed them quick. Bobby, edit this out.
Edit this out.
Look, they're fine.
How'd you even do that?
Man,
He breaks everything.
Just
You
stay-
can't feel his
just
fingers.
stay in his
Stay
chair.
on the side.
Stay in his chair.
On the
and
side.
that's
You'll be
that.
okay.
I hope Bobby's not mad. I
hope these aren't
Bobby's in
expensive,
Costa
Bobby.
Rica.
Sorry, Bob.
I hope they're expensive.
Bobby's in Costa Rica.
I have a song for Bobby Butler. I want him to do it.
You wrote a song?
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of rockabilly?
I'm not wearing these anymore.
They
don't work.
No, I have
Oh, boy.
lyrics only, and I.
Oh, you have lyrics, okay.
Yeah, lyrics only.
What is it about?
Rockaway Times?
No. I don't have the nerve to like. If I'm gonna show,
Nah.
maybe I have to like hum it. No.
Come on.
You can't tempt him with a good time.
You can't take
You
it
can't
out.
say that. You can't say that.
It's just one.
It's a whisper.
Whisper
Whisper,
only.
whisper.
Just a hit.
It's Valentine's Day.
It's Valentine's
You have
Day,
a
thank you.
beautiful wife.
Julie, you want a whisper of
Yeah.
Julie,
Yeah,
you
get
want a
another
whisper?
one. Fireball? No, I'm doing the honey jug. She's
All right, I'll
doing,
give you a cup for Julie.
she's doing fireball.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, I mean, what's
She was saying not honey jug.
Yeah, of course, Ken.
Ken?
I'll get you 2 new glasses.
Yeah. Put it up, Dave. Or just.
So,
Yeah, those are garbage. Just get 2 new ones. 'Cause
oh, I wanted to ask you
Are we
something
talking about
about.
the wave or Bobby Butler in song?
Nah,
Where are
forget
we?
that. Bobby's
Nah,
in
forget
Costa
the
Rica.
song.
My
He's not
daughter's
here.
in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Casey's in Costa Rica. Phil's in
And I can
Costa
see my
Rica.
breath here.
He's in Puerto Rico, and I'm fucking. Here we go.
On Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day. So,
No, you gave me.
the other thing I want to tell you is at least we have Julie here,
That's all
which is a good thing.
Is it?
Yes.
little.
It's a Valentine's Day, a beautiful
Yeah,
woman.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
right.
I want to ask you about this radio station you started.
I started a radio station.
Didn't you? Didn't the Rockaway Times
Did
have
you?
a radio?
Is that a
Oh,
question?
we have a
or,
little podcast. We do a little podcast.
Is that going
but
on still?
No, you know what? I think podcasts are, unless you work in to publicize them and all that,
Yeah.
strictly a vanity thing. Like 2 guys are gonna listen to it.
Right.
You, so.
Well, this is what we're doing with Tiki Talk, but I'm not really
I've
launching
looked at the
it yet.
views. I've
I'm
seen
not
the
launching
views.
this, though.
You
I didn't
are
even launch
in
it
multiple
yet.
dozens.
I
Your
didn't
views.
launch
We're
it
in the
yet.
dozens.
No, but we didn't even launch it. You're the first person to put it
Moving
on
up. We're
Facebook.
moving up.
Yeah, we haven't
I was
really
waiting-
yet.
Oh, sorry. I
That's all right. I was
man.
waiting to interview you, and then once
Go
he
large.
edits
You
it,
go big with it?
I'm gonna
Oh,
put
all
it in the
right.
Rockaway Times, and you have readership in the hundreds
Dozens.
of people.
In the dozens.
In the
Multiple
multiple
dozens.
Multiple dozens.
And once the story gets out, then I was going to throw it
Ah.
on Facebook. And we
All
already
right.
have this is our 7th guest.
Yeah, we're gonna have 7 full.
We
Number
wanted to
7.
have you the 35th guest because you know what?
There's only a dozen.
I'll come back. I'll be like
So by then we would hope to
But
have
we're
I'll be
gonna
like Joan
like
Rivers
7
on
dozen.
Johnny
wait.
Carson. Or
Never mind, we're
viewers
gonna get that
as
guy with
opposed
the
to
red hair.
3.
Who's the guy with the red hair?
The basketball player. Didn't you have 35 years in it?
37.
Oh,
37 years.
37, all right. You'll be the 37th
Guy with the red
guest.
hair.
Yeah. I gotta find
Yeah,
out.
hate that
he's,
guy.
he's gonna be the
Yeah,
37th guest.
I hate that guy.
He's booked, though. We got him booked.
Yeah,
got booked
yeah,
already.
sure.
Next January.
No, the radio stuff. So the podcast. What I am doing though, I want to use Tiki Bar on. I got a project with the Rockaway Times. I have this big wall.
Yeah. Didn't you project already?
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's
I got-
awesome.
we got
So
projected,
I'm going
yeah.
to put the. There's no sound. You can just see.
What are you going to put up there?
I'm just going to run a
All
loop
kinds
of different
all the
all
time?
sorts of shit. Yeah.
As people drive by?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it looks cool.
You didn't do it? You did it once.
We did it for a couple of nights, but it's been so cold.
Are you going to wait for the summer?
As soon as it gets nice.
Yeah? It's going to be constant?
Yeah,
At
at
night?
nighttime.
Yeah,
Yeah, 2
that's
hours.
cool.
You know, I'll probably just leave it up. I could loop something.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to
It's
be from
remote.
like 9 till
Let me
11
tell
or
you
whatever.
something.
Yeah.
Last night I was driving over the Williamsburg Bridge at 2 in the morning. First I drove over about 8 at night, and I saw them like with a projector on the wall of that, you know, by Peter Luger's, as you're coming off the bridge into Brooklyn, there's like a giant
I know
mosque
it,
there
yeah.
or something. And on the wall they were projected something. Then I came back at 2 in the morning and they had like a whole big ad up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is
So
cool.
Tiki Talkie might be
Tiki Talk's going to do it. I'm going
Yeah,
to
you
download
just
from
talk-
YouTube,
Just
get a
have-
clip.
yeah, a little ad.
So people drive by, they'll just see something.
Oh, what's
yeah,
that?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cool.
nice.
We had waves coming in. I don't know if you saw. You know, it was cool. And
Well-
so we have a wireless projector, so I can stay on
Are you gonna do it
back
at
in the
home?
booth. Well, no, probably not at home because
Probably eventually.
Wi-Fi. But yeah.
Yeah.
But I
you're
can
with
do
your
it from the
phone.
booth, so I don't have to be on the
Right,
roof. I put the
right.
projector on the roof.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it
you
shows
You could have
up like-
breaking news.
Yeah.
Doubtful. Which is a good thing I don't have to worry about. the
Breaking
weekly.
news.
A meteor
Phillies is
hits-
closing
Yeah,
at
the
2.
weekly
Yeah.
news.
Phillies is closing early today.
It's just
So that's probably the fun stuff about the newspaper. Whether it's the podcast, which I canned, but the film stuff, like doing different stuff. This, so, you know.
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
We made a couple of films. You're involved with films? You want to
I've
be
seen
involved with
your.
some of our projects?
Yeah, I've seen your.
Second chance in.
Second
One
chance
year,
in, thank
one
you,
year.
yes.
It's a
Enjoyed it.
Valentine's Day show, really.
Yeah, it's a love
I gotta
story.
put it
It's a
on.
love story.
Yeah, love
I'll
story.
have
at
to
the
look
end.
at it again
You
to
could
put it in
prop it
that
up on the-
context.
Yeah.
He watches things. I think he only watches the first half of stuff.
Yeah, he watches the first 5 minutes. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
this looks cool.
Right, like me and
So I can drop in.
Yeah, you read headlines.
Yeah,
you read his
and I can
headlines.
drop
but then
like,
the
oh, yeah, I
article,
saw that.
He watches the intro. He's like, oh, this is good.
No, I knew you left. I knew you'd leave the show every time to take a leak, right? So
I gotta pay, man. I
Yeah,
gotta
it's
pay.
getting
Yeah.
it's getting there.
And as a
It's
matter of fact,
wow, we're almost out of beer,
I'm
right?
out of beer. I gotta pee.
All right.
I'm sorry.
It's that time.
Get out of here.
He's gotta
Get out of
Gotta
here.
go to the bathroom. He's
You
gonna
gotta,
take a
you
piss
gotta
for a
go,
minute.
man.
At least if I sat in his chair, I could have gone to the bathroom.
Yes, you could have. We should have switched before. We
I
did
gotta hold it in?
We did too many switches.
See, I've been holding
Yeah,
it
when he
for a
comes-
good half
yeah.
hour. I really gotta go. I'm dead serious though. It's
Dave,
no
you
joke.
go right after him.
Yeah, I will. Guess what? Are you gonna write an article about us?
No, he's gonna write the article.
Yeah, he's gonna
Oh,
write
he's
the
gonna-
article.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
in the
I'm
New
assuming
Times.
front page, no?
It's
Page
front
6?
page.
Page six. There you
Yeah,
go,
the
page
poster.
six.
Yeah, I
Sounds
like that.
about right. I mean, I'm hoping for a cover story.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, it's.
It really
Tiki
depends on
Talk.
if you put that red hair kid on or not. Because if you do it,
I
then
mean-
you,
When he's on it, it's gonna
then
be.
you're just gonna
Well,
be
I mean-
banned forever.
Yeah, we'll be
you know?
banned.
Well, he's booked
That'll be
already.
bad.
I'm
Well,
sorry,
then-
he's booked.
You're not getting on page 6.
I mean, it's a pretty tight schedule.
Dave, that'll be on. We'll have to put that article on the wave.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, the red hair kid.
The redhead kid.
Well,
article
no
will be
longer
in the
white
wave.
last white MVP.
Cover
but
story,
yeah,
redhead
yeah,
kid.
Cut
yeah,
it,
yeah.
No
Right.
name, just redheaded kid.
Redhead dude
Redhead dude.
beats record.
Yeah, first
On the
white
wave.
MVP.
Yeah, exactly.
37 years.
5'4".
I'm sure he was.
5'2".
He's probably a sick point
So
guard.
where's the host? He just goes makes yellow snow on this day.
Yeah,
What
he
is
pisses
this?
off the side of the. No, we have a
Yeah,
bathroom,
pretty
but I
much.
mean, he'll be back in a minute, probably.
I've seen what you've done
maybe.
to other guests here. Just left
Oh.
them.
Yeah,
Hang.
he likes to abandon ship.
Yeah, he's a big fan of the Irish exits.
Yes,
Who isn't?
is. And we're out of beers, and it's late, Valentine's Day. So I think we'll call it. Want to call it?
Let's go.
Let's call it.
One
All
last,
right.
one last applause from the crowd.
last applause from the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin
Kevin
Boyle, Rockaway Times,
Thank you.
Tiki Talk, episode 7. Thank you very much. John Sica bailed on us again, and we're never going to learn, I guess. So we'll see you next time here on Tiki Talk. Good night.